Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Truth and Banter. Just in case you've missed us, it was only 1 week. We could not have a shoot last week, but we're here to give you another interesting discussion. So much truth and so much banter has gone down over the past week. We're going to start with the Champions League, and it is quarterfinal stages. A lot has happened. The team who was top in the group stages has been knocked out at their first attempt at a knockout. Liverpool were knocked out by Paris Saint-Germain. They had to face Aston Villa. Barcelona also to face Borussia Dortmund. An interesting tie, Arsenal and Real Madrid. This was always predicted, but here we are. And then we have Bayern Munich and Inter Milan. I'm going to start with the Arsenal guys. The last time we were here, the Arsenal fans in the house were like, there's no chance for Arsenal. They're not going to do anything. But you guys trashed and set a record against PSV. What happened? Were you guys lucky or you guys actually really played well?
It wasn't me who said that against PSV. PSV.
Yeah.
We know the bus stop is Real Madrid, so
Are you sure this time, or you guys are doing reverse psychology like you did the last time?
No. I think we'll try, but there's just something. I did not even predict Real Madrid to get here because I thought Atletico would knock them out because Atletico were playing, and that was my own prediction. I first said Atletico was going to knock them out, but here you go. Ola Salam already said it, Real Madrid in Champions League, when they hear that music, is a different team. So.
Okay. So we're going to come back to that Real Madrid because there's so many things that happened in there. But I want to get Openka's thoughts on the Liverpool being knocked out by Paris Saint-Germain. Did you expect this to happen, or did you think they were just unlucky on the day?
Yeah, to be honest, after seeing the first leg, I knew PSG was going to go through because Liverpool did. I don't know if the coach was overthinking that in the first leg. They showed so much respect to PSG rather. So yes, it was not much of a surprise to see them go through the second leg. They were the better team over the both legs. So yeah, no surprise.
No surprises. Okay, Aston Villa. Do you think? I know obviously they've done quite well to get to this stage, quarterfinal stage. Unai Emery has taken them this far, and it looks like that January additions have actually helped them pushing forward in this competition. Do you think they stand a chance against Paris Saint-Germain?
I don't think so. I know it's football. I know it's football, and anything can happen, right? But like putting into context the difference in the ability of both teams, Unai Emery is going to be a Diego Simeone Pro Max, and he's going to pack the bus and hope Rashford, Asensio, and Watkins can use on a counter. But I think PSG at this moment, with the form they are, I don't think Arsenal stand any chance.
Okay. It looks like England are going to get 5 teams in the Champions League. If one of the teams, gets through to the next round, I think with just a win. So it looks like there'll be 5 slots. Any hope for your boy Maresca? Do you think he's going to make at least that fifth spot to get into the Champions League?
Yeah, I think so, because that's basically the only thing that I'm holding on to right now. And that's why I'm not judging him yet. If he can get us a Champions League place, I think is good. Then it's easier for us to plan, attract better players. At least we are not supposed to be playing the Conference League. So if he gets us back to the Champions League, I think that is more like it. I think we are going to get that 5th place. I think so. All things being equal.
Okay, Ola Salam. I want to bring in now Mr. Barcelona. Is in high spirits. His team just had a comeback from a 2-goal deficit. They've won the game 4-2. First of all, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling on top of the league, fam.
It's feeling on top of the league. You guys are facing Borussia Dortmund. Is this like you guys obviously from the previous round to this round, I think you had the easiest opponents, don't you think?
When you say easiest opponent, I don't understand what you mean by easiest.
Madrid
played Dortmund in the last final, and nobody said they are less. At least they had 14 trophies before the 15th one against Dortmund. Then Benfica has won the Champions League 2 times, right?
We're not talking past history. We're talking currently in terms of pedigree of teams who are there right now in this season. But Borussia
Oh, well,
Dortmund are not in the best of forms, even in the German league. They've had to sack their manager, and this looks like a resurgence. Would you say you guys have had the good end of the draw for these quarterfinals?
well, so far I'll say it's been lucky. I mean, not too bad. I'm happy about it, but I don't think it's that simple. Like people are saying it, I don't think it's that simple. So if you
Okay.
think it's simple, no worries. I mean, if we lost against Benfica, everybody would have called us out. So
Mm,
I'm cool
mm.
with it.
Okay, so it looks like you are on par to go face is it the winner of Bayern and Inter, right? Because you're on the other side, you're on the right hand side. So I mean, semi-final is the deal. Are you confident that BVB would not stand a chance? You guys will go through to the next one.
Well, against Bayern, right? It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy.
Are you saying Inter does not stand any chance?
Well, but I prefer to face Inter than to face Bayern, honestly. Not because I'm so confident about Inter, but I mean, it's more balanced. You see the attack of Bayern, that Olise guy and Musiala, I don't want to face them. I really don't want to face them, honestly. I'm really scared of it. And we have beaten them this season already. So I think they will come all out. So let's try something like Inter. I need something to stress my boys out mentally. But Bayern, yeah, Bayern, anything could go. It could go really bad in the first 15 minutes, and I don't want to go through that at all.
Okay. Show is also in the building. Show, obviously there's no Man United, but I want to pick your brains on some things. I'm going to go back to the Real Madrid incidents. The knockout game. I mean knockouts. The previous knockout, which was the penalties against Atletico Madrid. The controversy was they cited, or whatever it is, whether it's technology or not technology, they cited a double touch. And did you think that was harsh? Do you think that should even be in play for a penalty shootout? Do you think they should be looking at things like that? Do you think that damaging the game, or the game is gone based off what happened on Tuesday night?
Um, Thank you for having me. I think that it was a correct decision um, because, of course, ordinarily we all know that you can't play two touches or a PK, whether during a shootout or during the game. So once your leg touches it, and that's fine now. Although I didn't see it initially when the guy played the penalty. I didn't notice it, but there was this angle they showed later on, and we picked it that yeah, his other leg touched it. So I mean, it's disallowed. It's fine. If they want to cancel the rule now, well, maybe, but I still don't think it's reasonable to cancel such rule because, of course, this gives an attacker technically more advantage. You can start touching the ball twice to play a P2. I don't think that's so. Yeah, that decision was correct.
Okay, this is for anyone. Don't you think that rule is a bit misplaced, because that rule was brought into play for back, I don't know, maybe it's in the early 90s or in the 80s, where attackers would try to pass. I mean, I think I can even remember. Okay, no, I would. It's not the same scenario, but it was brought into play when attackers would try to take the ball from the penalty and try to dribble the keeper instead of just playing it one time, which was an obvious bending of the rules. So this particular rule that we're talking about was brought into play to prevent that from happening. But this incident that happened, it wasn't a deliberate attempt to play two touches of the ball. And even the touch we're talking about, is it a clear and obvious error? Or is it something that is clear and obvious? Because I've been having to stress my eyes to see, was there actually a movement on the ball? Should the referee have just allowed this? Would the heavens have fallen down if he had allowed that penalty to stand?
Yeah, they said it was a censor. Do you understand? Because I have watched it from every angle, but I mean, very little you can say, especially when it comes to your rivals. So I mean, everybody will be like, clean your kata, go to bed in tears and all that. But honestly, I didn't really see the touch. Like it wasn't really clear, and people were trying to doctor
The image.
a clip, a clip from Messi's last penalty, I think in the World Cup, and say, okay, he also touched it twice. I mean, it was a bit harsh, very, very harsh. Not a bit, it was very harsh. But I mean, if a rule says, okay, once you double tap it and they actually sincere with the fact that there was a sensor, then I mean it was fine. But I mean, it was so harsh. If it was done against my team, I mean, if the call was against my team, I would lose my head. I would lose my head. I will.
Which is why I
So,
say, is it just they didn't want to apply common sense, basically? Because
Honestly,
so for me,
no
okay.
common sense there. No common sense. Actually, no common sense. So it's too
Okay.
harsh.
Yeah. So for me, right, I think this also goes to the fact that we've been talking about having consistency in football. That's why would you agree to this next week and this week you don't agree to that? So I think these are the issues. So now the law is the law. This law has been in place from time immemorial. Once you touch a penalty kick more than once, it's a disqualified PK. It is standard. There's nothing like it is harsh or it is, it might be harsh because it was not done intentionally. But then how do you even measure intention? Because you have to look at the goalkeeper is looking at going one way, and maybe because you've made a mistake and you've captured the ball, then you kick with another leg. So definitely the keeper stands no chance. Then if you allow that because it was a mistake or it was going and then other players will try it too, and it will become, so the rule is the rule. So I guess if they're going to even amend the rule, I don't think there's a need to amend the rule. There should just be more awareness about this rule to people because it has not happened in a long while. That's why a lot of us have forgotten that this thing it even happened to I think Leicester, I think Mahrez.
Yeah, Marius. Can I say something when you're done? Yeah.
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 Hope you get
So I think more should go into like sensitizing the players about there are some rules that they are still in place. Just because we don't have frequent occurrence of it does not mean we no longer use it. So maybe that would register at the back of their mind that okay, I don't have to touch it twice, but it is harsh, maybe not, but the rule is the rule. And the longer we stick to the rule, the better for us in terms of consistency.
Okay. Olasola.
If like say Okoyenka carry Madrid to qualify because if yes, honestly, because if it was a Champions League and maybe it was against Arsenal or Manchester United or your rivals, do you understand? And it happens, you would not say, oh, it's not harsh. Well, the rule is the rule. No problem with that. But it was harsh. And also, they need to look into that rule because it wasn't intentional. I mean, the pitch could have been slippery.
It was
And I don't
actually
think
because a lot of players were sleeping on the day.
yeah, it was slippery, so it wasn't intentional. Now, if you say, okay, the rule is the rule, and players who want to do a lot of things, what if it was a goal and the keeper actually stepped beyond the line? It would have been the penalty would they will ask him to retake the penalty. So yeah, the rule is the rule. It was harsh. Let's put some empathy into this. It was very harsh. If it was done against my team, I mean, after it, I wasn't supporting Madrid. I wasn't supporting Atletico Madrid, but a bit of my I was actually hoping that Atletico Madrid was going to win, even if I didn't say it out. But I didn't support anybody. But when it happened, I mean, I felt really bad for them after 120 minutes, just a double touch. I mean, if it was Madrid, they would lose their head too. So it was very unkind.
But you
Very
say
unkind.
just the double touch.
No, I mean,
It's like the
after
handball.
fighting so hard,
Yeah,
after
it's like
fighting so hard,
yeah,
after
it's like
fighting
the
so
but
handball.
hard.
Yeah.
But like I said, the rule is okay. So there was this training I did back in the days that okay, when you say someone made an error or someone made a fraud, so the difference between error and fraud is intention.
Yes.
Unfortunately, intention can only be known by the person that did it. So if I've done a mistake or I've committed a fraud, you don't know if I did it intentionally or it was an error. So in this case,
True.
it was
Not
going
not in
down.
all not in all cases though. I don't believe that's in
No.
all cases.
Intentions. There's no
Intentions is
there's no way you can
what
measure
determines the
intentions.
outcomes. But
Yeah,
you're the only one that knows why you have done something.
that's the fact.
So
Yeah.
there are actual facts of you intended to do something which is you defrauded something, that the intention is there. Your actions actually says your intention sometimes. That's why I said it's not in all cases that
So
it's,
that's why I
it's
say
better
even that sometimes your intention, your action says much about your intention, but that does not tell the opposite people, people watching that this is why you did it. An error is an error. You can make an error, an innocent error, but people think that okay, this error is too precise for it to be an error. Then you did it purposely. Then it might be the other way. So like I'm just saying, like we say no, he slipped and all of that. What if maybe what if you wanted to guide the ball with the other leg? What if I'm just saying?
Okay,
What
Okwenka, when Chelsea they were going to win their first Champions League, if it was a penalty shootout and maybe Drogba was to take or Lampard was to take the penalty, or your favorite player Hazard, and something
yes,
like that
I've watched a
happens.
Champions League that Terry slipped and played the ball wide.
No, I'm not
It is
saying
part of football.
Terry played it wide. I'm not saying there is no. I'm not saying I'm supporting Alvarez or I'm not supporting Terry or anything. I'm just saying it was a bit harsh. And I'm not an Atletico Madrid fan. I'm not a Real Madrid fan. I dislike both of them. Maybe I dislike Madrid more. But come on, let's be humans for once. I mean, that decision was so harsh. It was really really harsh, especially
Can
for
I
a
come in?
player that has played 120 minutes. I mean, last game I saw the game Madrid played yesterday. Immediately after the when they blew the whistle, I saw Bellingham drop to his knees, and I felt that you played 120 minutes, less than 72 hours. You played on that 90 minutes. I felt it. So let's leave banter aside, or let's leave eight aside or anything. It was a very harsh decision. If it was done against my club, I would lose my head. Honestly.
Mala Salam, I do not agree because that decision is not subjective. The rule is
Exactly.
straight. It's not like a yellow card or a red card that they say, okay, but you have to check if he's the last man and all the subjectiveness. It's you're probably looking at it from a fan or like, oh, okay, the game was going on well, but it's the law already. Even me myself, I was against it. Like, come on. But the law is the law. They didn't say, oh, if he sleeps, then you can consider it. He hit the ball twice. It's the rule.
Dele,
Now maybe they will say,
was it clear and
yeah,
obvious?
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
fine.
saying Dele, I'm
I
not
mean,
saying they should
regardless,
consider it, but Dele, I'm not saying they should consider it, but imagine Arsenal.
even if
I'm
it was
just
against Arsenal too, it's the same. I
that
would be angry as a fan.
this is not the way you will speak. Yes, I'm just speaking. I'm just I hope people can understand my frustration. If it was Arsenal and you get to the Champions League final against Barcelona and it ends with a penalty shootout and it happens the last kick of the game, of course you feel bad. You forget the rule for some minutes and feel bad.
I mean,
Do you
I'll feel
understand?
unlucky, but I will
No,
not
you
feel that it's a harsh decision.
really
Yes, I'll feel very unlucky because
okay.
that's why I said it's
Cool.
not subjective.
Yeah.
Long live,
Dele,
long live truth and banter.
Dele, I was
No, no, no,
asking,
for real.
is it,
Any
was
other
it,
decision you're talking about that
yeah.
maybe we'll talk about, it's probably subjective. But
So Dele, was it clear and obvious? Was it something
Lala,
that was
they
clear to the
came out
eyes?
and explained. They came out and explained that they have a technology that shows every touch of the ball. It's what we want. We want consistency. The VAR is there to show you that okay, it's even. Do you know that Mbappe saw that first? The referee did not even see it.
There's no way you see
Mbappe
it.
and
It just as a player, because
no.
when you
If you watch
sleep,
Lala,
there's a
watch the video again.
and no, it's based
Like
off
the
a
one that
hunch. That's what I'm
Don't
the one
saying.
players lie. Don't players lie.
no. I'm not saying. Okay, well, hold on. Is it the only player that was there?
Yeah,
Mbappe saw
Okay,
it now.
Mbappe saw it first, but are you telling me because Mbappe saw it first, that makes it the right decision?
No.
Players lie.
What I'm saying is for
He
Mbappe.
was just attentive.
I
It was
think
a
it was
bit
So what are
just
we
attentive.
saying now? Are we saying VAR should have not
interfered.
intervened?
No,
Yes,
no, I'm not saying about VAR. Don't get me wrong. The decision is
So
correct. It hit the ball twice.
I don't.
There are some clips I saw, and I don't know maybe it was or not, but
I,
it
I
hit the
don't
ball
think
twice.
me personally. I don't think that decision was
Lala, if you
correct.
watch a certain clip that CBS put out,
Yeah,
they had is it the magnificent glass or what's it called?
yeah.
The circle, they zoomed into it. You will see, when you hit the ball from both sides close, the way it go vibrate a
I
little bit.
saw those things.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying, that it wasn't clear. Now they said they have
Yeah, but we have
technology.
the technology
I
now.
know. Hold
This
on.
thing
I
that
know.
They
they're
said it's
saying
a
is not
sensor. There's no way you can see it with your physical eyes. There's a sensor.
Yeah.
Mbappe was just a bit too attentive. And I mean, even if he did not go against Atletico Madrid, the same way Mbappe raised his hand and raised call the referee's attention to it. It's the same way he would have done it.
I
These
think we're
players
just
lie.
making a big deal out of this.
No, there's no big deal. I'm
VAR
saying the decision
no, no,
is
no.
correct, but it was
Hold on.
very harsh.
If
It
VAR
doesn't
did
change the
not have
decision.
the technology, then we have said, okay, for example, Arsenal Newcastle. The only reason VAR came out and said that ball they did not, because they didn't have the technology to see. But the referee on field has already given it, so it was inconclusive.
Okay.
You know,
so
that's different.
So is it VAR? Okay, sorry. Last word from me. So now, are you saying it is VAR that discovered it, or sensor, or you saw it with your physical eyes?
No. It is VAR now. I never said I saw it. I
So
said
are you now
watched the
telling me
match.
this season,
Uh-huh.
70% of the decisions VAR has ruled in or ruled out as being the correct one?
What kind of decisions? Yeah, I think you are not understanding what we are saying.
So
Okay,
I
Those
think
decisions
you
are
are
talking
getting
about
out of context.
subjective.
You are taking this out of context.
okay,
It's just
Yeah.
like
so
talking about goal line technology. And you are saying because the defender slipped before the ball crossed the line.
Abi,
So the
no,
technology should not pick the
Okwenka,
ball.
no. I'm
Lala,
saying
this
the
thing is like you
decision is
saying
correct.
in your
It's
own eye, you
correct.
did not see the ball going, but the referee's watch, the total line technology said the ball is in. Are you
Dele,
going to debate?
Dele,
That's
we are
not
on the same.
subjective.
We are on the same path. I think
Okay.
where people are getting me wrong is for the fact that I said it's a bit harsh, and Okwenka said, "Oh, the rule is the rule." Yes, if it was
Okay.
against my team, it's the rule. But I will lose my head. It was a bit harsh. That's
To
all.
round this off, right? I'm only liking this decision to the handball, because before, every handball in the
The
penalty
handball is
box
subjective.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
cannot
is
like
a,
anything.
the rules have changed over time. Now, should this rule that we have in here about 2 touches of football, especially when players sleep and all those things, should it be abolished or should it be amended? This is where we're ending the discussion.
For
Everyone
me,
just
I think if it's amended and they say okay, then it becomes subjective. Then there will be a lot of
was
argument.
it deliberate?
Oh, was it deliberate or not? Or this, and like Okpeka said, only the player that did it would know that if it's deliberate or not.
I think we can
Because
tell if it's deliberate now.
some people,
There's no how you
Lala,
fake it.
forget, these
There's no how
footballers
you
are
fake
so
it.
they're professionals that they can keep. One of them can just start practicing and getting that.
That's what I was going to say. Do you know what skillful players can do?
Yes, now they'll start doing that move. Ozil
Dele,
has a technique where he
Dele and
kicks the ball.
Okwenka, you are both right. Nobody's wrong here. You guys are both right. All I'm saying is the decision is correct, intentional or not intentional. I don't want to care about that. All I'm saying is, if it was done against my player, of course I don't know his intentions. It's just
Oh, we
harsh.
agree with
That's
what
all.
you're saying. We
Uh-huh.
already
Yeah,
agree.
but
I'm
we have
just
moved
saying
past that
what
now.
Lala
I
is
think we're
saying
talking
now.
about if it should be
Yeah.
abolished or not now.
If
Yeah.
this rule should be amended or abolished is what I
It should
want.
be amended, though. It should be amended because if you are saying, if you are
No,
saying,
either
if
abolish
you
or
are saying it
fix.
wasn't intentional, it was intentional. I think they need to check other things. I mean, there are other things you can check. Maybe okay, if it's a goal, maybe he needs to retake it. If it wasn't a goal, then they let it. Let's move past it. I think that one is a bit fair. If
Okay.
he slips and he
Personally,
scores, yeah.
so for me personally, I think if we as football lovers, we are asking for consistency in decision making because we know referees, VR, they are human beings after all. So the more yes, is sometimes, especially maybe when you sleep, maybe they can be a bit lenient towards maybe retaking it when maybe the sleep is even before you kick the ball. So maybe they make the player to understand the fact that maybe you have 2 trials. If you sleep without making contact or something, you can replay it or something. Maybe. But for us to say, okay, boya, it's intentional or not, it's just going to even create more dramas. And guess what? It has not happened in a long while. But I'm telling you that before 3 or 4 weeks, we are going to see something like that again. There's a way
Possibly.
things now
They've
reoccur
spotlighted it,
when
yeah.
yeah. So for me, I think that's not like that's not the most important issue in football to talk about right now. It has always been there. And so I don't think there's a need. But if they are going to amend it, if at all, then it should have something to do with maybe obvious sleep and something like that. But for me, I think the rule is good.
All right, cool. We're gonna move on from this now. We'll move on to the next topic. This one is agenda, and the agenda is going to agenda today. And the reason why it's going to agenda is I've been seeing some shocking things happening, some rule bending things happening. I don't know if it's only me that I've been seeing it, but I've been seeing things happening.
It's only
Now,
you.
let me land with the agenda first.
Oh
So
yeah,
now,
land.
Mr. Pedri, who this season has been getting a lot of tongues wagging.
Shout.
Of course, but
Yeah.
no, getting tongues wagging, reviews. People are hailing him the best midfielder in the world. I think initially when what's his name, Rollins came about this topic because he used Bellingham. I think the obvious choice was people went the Bellingham way because of the output and everything. But I think it now lets people, start watching him a bit more and more and more. But the things I'm seeing these days is just is confusing, and I don't know what to say. This guy has won 2 back-to-back Champions Leagues man of the match, right? The first one, I think he didn't have a goal involvement. He was awarded man of the match. I think was it what's the name of this winger? Uh,
Rafinha.
Not Yamal, the other guy, Rafinha. I think Rafinha scored. Was it Rafinha that scored? And then the second game, was it Rafinha? Rafinha scored 2
Yeah.
and assisted
Yeah.
1. And here, this guy here, Mr. Pedri, uh, won the man of the match award. I watched that game, right? Of course, he was combative in midfield and everything, but I don't think what he does or what he brought to the table in that particular game deserved him, or he didn't win. What's it called? Barcelona that match. He didn't win them that match. It wasn't the reason why they won. The reason why they won is someone that scored 2 goals and 1 assist. And I saw this. It looked like a trend that was happening. He won man of the match the previous match where Barcelona won away from home with a red card. You could argue that he was combative in midfield. He helped them control better, which is fine. But the second game, he didn't have any final say on those goals that they scored. He wasn't the one that had the country tackle or dispossessed and put a pass and let them counter. And he wasn't that player. But he won the man of the match award again. And then you start seeing tweets from several backer handles. This guy should have, he should be considered for Ballon d'Or. Even his teammate Gavi came out and said he has a shout for the Ballon d'Or. Is this as a result? Don't you think? I think this is as a backer PR. That's how I see it. Does this guy deserve to be? We know the people who are in the shout right now, and maybe perhaps one person has dropped off, which is Salah. We know Mbappe is there. We know what's it called? Rafinha is there. Does Pedri deserve to be mentioned alongside those 2 guys?
What are you asking?
You.
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity. There's been a lot of back and forth on the group about Pedri and his man of the match that he won home and away against Benfica. Honestly, Lala wasn't so kind to ask me this question the way he asked it now. So I'm going to use this opportunity to answer the question. Honestly, I'm being very honest. I don't, he should not have won the man of the match both home and away. The first one should have been given to Tech, Chesney, and the second one to maybe Rafinha or Yamal. But these shouts we are getting about Pedri in the Ballon d'Or, it started about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and I'm a Barcelona fan. I don't understand it. So please, I think we see football from different angles. Let's stop following a lot of things you see on the tail. People just buy phones and begin to tweet a lot of things. People want Elon's money. You will see people. I know about 3 or 5 people that they've changed their handles to Barcelona because they want to get a lot of followers. And after every game, they will say, no Barcelona fan should have less than 7,000 followers. We see all those things. So let's not follow that. Pedri hasn't gotten to the level this season that I'm seeing him to be in the Ballon d'Or shout. Quote me anywhere. He has not gotten to that level, but he's doing a lot of things. And if you compare him to the same different players in different leagues in that same position, at least I would say it's top 3, top 5. Top 3, top 5. So I don't think it should be in the Ballon d'Or shout. But let's not get it wrong. Football has dropped because Salah just lost. He lost the Champions League game via penalty, and now he has lost another game again. And you think he has dropped? I don't think he has dropped, because at the end of the day, they will not use one game to figure this thing out. It is your whole contribution throughout the system, throughout the season. That's why you have players like Mbappe going like top 2, top 3. So Pedri should not be in the Ballon d'Or shout, actually.
Okay, so the reason why I feel, I mean, OPK would come in now because I said Salah had dropped off. Because it's obvious Salah has dropped off that list. Regardless what he's doing in the league, I don't think that's enough. Especially when his rivals, people like Madrid or even Barcelona, go and win either the league and the Champions League.
Wasn't of even Barcelona.
Oh God, now wait, I want talk, I don't talk.
Say
So
Barcelona, even
if
Madrid.
even if even if those two teams go and win a double and he includes the Champions League and the league, of course he's dropped off. No one's gonna look at him again. And the AFCON comes in, was it? Yeah, I think the AFCON comes in December, which is after the year of review anyway. Comes in December. Even if he wins that, I don't think he will stand a chance at the very moment. I think the fact that Liverpool have been knocked out very early in the knockout stages, and then now he has lost another final. I don't think they're going to consider him the way people would have, considered if he won more than one trophy. Okwenka, you got anything to say?
Okay, thank you. So firstly, I want to make a reference to this Pedri man of the match. Sorry, Ballon d'Or out. For me, I think the first time I even saw that stuff was from you. I never saw it because I think somehow I only get to see tweets from people that are normal when it comes to football. Yeah, so I didn't see that. Then, but for the man of the match, so I want us to know that this man of the match issue is they are actually voted for by the UEFA panelists. So it's not like there's a
Bias,
what's
yeah.
it called? It's not like there's a body that proves okay who played body. People just use their intuition on okay key passes, stuff like key passes, technical skill execution, decisive movements, and all that to vote. And of course, they will always be biased. I think there was a time that I was referring to Kopama getting man of the match in a particular game that I said it was probably even one of the worst game. So there are always agenda and there will be bias. That is normal. And it's actually sweeter to give maybe the face of the team man of the match. It probably boosts some type of ego. So yeah. So that being said, for Salah, for me, I've said it before that everything he does basically is in England. And that's why no one rates him outside England. You guys caught for my head then. And this is another proof. And I will use the mic here. Thank you.
If we say we should go back to that discussion, which is
No, I'm not going back to that.
Factually incorrect. What you said is factually incorrect. Right, but we'll not go back to that discussion because I know where you are going. Is
Okay.
incorrect actually.
Okay.
Can we all agree, please, so that Okwenka will win this argument? Can we all agree Hazard is better than Salah?
No. I'm not going there. Thank you. Thank you.
There's nothing to back it up. To be honest, there's nothing to back it up.
Okay. Thank you.
If at
I use
every
the mic.
level, okay, let's just use the
Shall
mic.
no break the mic as they leave him.
All right, so we're moving on to the next bit. Is Man United. Today was good for Man United. They won a game. Sure, this is like what, the sixth win in, is this 16 games for your new coach? I mean, over the past week, Gary sat down with the part owner. Is it part owner or the, what's his name? Sir, what's the name of that your part owner again?
Ratified.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Sir Jimmy. He sat down with Sir Jimmy, and to be honest, the kind of vibes I'm getting from Sir Jimmy is an Ijebu man, a conk Ijebu man. That's the kind of vibes I'm getting from Sir Jimmy. Now, he said a lot of things, what they've caught and things like that. First of all, are you happy with the way all these austerity measures is going about in your club? Are you happy about that? Is this something that is needed or they are blowing it out of proportion?
Okay, sorry. Thank you for the opportunity. Okay. Personally, I think that for being Man U, for every one they do, it will be magnified as a level. Is normal, and that is why ideally it is expected that they should keep some things, off the media. But that's one. I don't think those are the reasons why we are not producing on the field. At the end of the day, whatever measure, build 10 stadiums, 60 facility, this one, that one, that is not the reason why the likes of Dalot Oiland will go ahead and beat Real Madrid, is the truth. Well, whether it makes sense to them because they have
access to the financial books of the company and they feel no, it's not sustainable. We have to do it's fine. I don't have an issue with all of those things. My issue is on the field of play. All those things, whatever they decide to do. In fact, if they decide to carry all of them and go and put them in whatever, my own is see. We need to deliver on the field of play because at the end of the day, that's what matters. Okay. Now, how they want to sort the financials and do well, not a financial expert, so I may not be able to say so much on it. But of course, the media will always blow, things out of proportion because, of course, they want to sell. So that's basically my own. Yeah.
Okay, so one more thing is you guys have you have plans to build a new stadium. On one hand, your Sajimi is crying. He's saying the club would have gone bust if they continued, blah blah blah. They're cutting things as little as £40,000 yearly that is used for one program for their ex players. They're cutting meals, all these things. It looks like something like maybe Blackburn Rovers or any of these other championship club who are about to go bust will do. And if you dip it, these guys have come in and invested a lot of money to be part of this club, right? Do you think they're just trying to make their own money back quicker? And they are using this as an excuse, to cut down things. I mean, I looked at the wage budget. I saw a video the other day. Man United is not even in the top 5 in terms of wage budget in the world in football. Are they using this as an excuse and are they destroying the club basically?
Okay. Sorry. First of all, um, because they actually have an edge over us. They have access to the financials. We do not. So they can exaggerate so many things. And of course, we don't have a choice now to take it as because we don't have access and we will not have access, So for every 5, they can say, oh, no, the club has spent 30, and then of course we have to take it because we don't have access to it. That's that. The other 40,000, 30, see, the guy is a businessman. Forget Man U is my favorite childhood club. I love Man U. I beg, he is a businessman. And of course, for every businessman that invests his money, he's gonna make his money back. Now, I may not be able to say so much about, oh no, he has to cut the ex players' money. Yeah, I mean, because what are they doing? It's not like they're adding anything to whatever. I personally do not think so. So cutting off the ex players, Sir Alex Ferguson, £2 million every year. I mean, Baba is near, you know. I mean, those are not really those things. And don't forget, they want to build a stadium. Yeah. So every penny can count. I don't have an issue with that because they want to build a new stadium. Although personally, what I would have wanted them to do before, moving with a new stadium is first, let us have a 3 to 5 years plan of how we are going to take this squad back to the quality of players that are supposed to be playing here. Then maybe they can then start doing the stadium because there's no way the stadium thing they want to do will eat into the financial somehow and it will affect of course, the amount of money that will be taken to the transfer market. So that's
okay. Does anyone else feel that United actually need this new stadium? Do you think they need it, or they're focusing on the wrong thing?
Did the new stadium? I can see rats in their stadium.
Even the roof they leak.
I don't think they have the
Everything,
biggest
everything they
stadium
worry them.
in England now.
It's just the behavior of a 13th position club. That's what they're exhibiting.
Why they throw shots now? You know what makes you rest? At least they won today. In terms of what Sajimi is trying to do, maybe from a business perspective, it does make sense. But that interview with what's his name, Gavin Neville, I think he actually did more harm than good because the things that they were doing, the level they were going to in terms of cutting all these costs is. I don't know if that was my club, I'll be wondering what I wouldn't even believe in what coming out of their mouth. That is so. Is it that bad that 40 million? Is that the reason why they actually wanted to sell a stake from the club. I mean, they sold a stake to Sir Jimmy, right? Does anyone feel that this could have been handled a different way? Sure, I know you've had your say, but does any other non-Man United fan feel that this could have been handled a different way?
Yeah, personally, yeah. But what I find challenging is I think Sir Jimmy and the Anils, I think they only have about 25% stake in United.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm surprised at
Yeah.
how all these things are coming to play. They want to build a stadium, whereas Manchester, what's it called? Old Trafford has like 78,000 seating capacity. I think. I'm not sure so many stadiums in the world can boast of that. Yeah, there are some major renovation issues that that they should do. Ronaldo said their gyms are bad. So maybe this are part of the reasons why they think there is need for this. But I think it's a case of misplaced priority. If you are going to spend 1.5 billion or thereabout on a new stadium, you have players that are dead woods. Why not spend so much on getting out some useless players and getting good players?
Exactly.
You say what?
Isn't that what they're trying to do with Rashford and co?
But what's the purpose of getting rid of Rashford and buying Oiland, selling Fred and getting
You get
33 years old
and buy
Casemiro,
that lot.
getting it's always almost the contract selling a player and getting Euro. Euro does not even look like a player to me to start with.
It's
Well, okay. I like to
Go on,
come
go
in
on, sure.
with sorry. Okay. So, for some of the part of the interview that I detest so much was him throwing shade at some of the players. Nah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
For someone of his, of his status, talking about more like we're not the one who bought these people. They just give them money anyhow. They are not that good. That kind of a thing. Yeah. I mean, he literally mentioned names, Casemiro, Anthony, and stuff like that. I mean, come
But that's what
on,
you support. That's what you support with your
please.
managers.
See, these are two different things, please. If a manager has come out to say a player is not playing fine, it's different from Sir Jim coming to say, oh no, the people before they gave them 80 million. No. I mean, the coach was not talking about salary. He was only talking about performance. That's different from, oh no, they got and we gave some people money anyhow. They were no. Come on. These people still play for you. Don't forget. So I mean, and someone who is the owner shouldn't be coming. You can be saying in board meeting, but not an interview that will be coming out. I mean, not many players will still be playing like Casemiro the way he has played for like 2 or 3 games after that interview. Believe you me, some players. I mean, we know some of these English boys now. The ones that don't have shot on target in about 85 matches or so.
You
So
don't start. You don't
next thing
start.
now they have
We are
30.
just going to rest,
because
know
of
that kind of
course.
because
We are just going
Ojula
to
don't
rest.
score. Because Ojula don't score, you don't start.
That kind of thing. That guy, See, I've transferred my 8 for 9.5 to him. I mean, 9.5 is balling. It seems the guy has watched some of my clips. So I mean, back to business now. So for me, really, like just like Okoyenka said, and what I said earlier, the new stadium, I don't see. Get players to compete first. Then you can go and be bought. Personally, I still feel that, the new stadium will not be totally financed by them. Snapdragon, partnership, and all of all of those things. Also, will now have the state of the art facility. I mean, PR kind of level is part of those things they want to do. Then also, it's not only Sir Jim that will be making that decision. He only owns 25% of the stake. So the only decision he's making is football. The other guys handle the other side. That's why they still come to watch match, and they are saying they are not selling any other stick. So I mean, because they know eventually they will still make their money back. So that's
Okay. So they are basically using Man United and maybe they will dump them later. We don't know. We're going to move on to the next topic on the agenda, which is just something that happened yesterday. It was in the Real Madrid game. I know this was supposed to even come in when we talked about the referee incidents, and we're going to use this to round up the weekend review of all the games. Now, in the Spanish La Liga, we saw Madrid yesterday. I mean, we've talked about it. Are they targeted or are they not targeted? But we saw an incident. I don't know if anyone saw that incident where a similar handball was given against Madrid, and it wasn't given for Madrid against Villarreal. I don't know if you guys saw it. Did anyone catch that yesterday?
Yeah, the one on Alaba.
Yeah, the one
And
on
the
Alaba.
one Valverde,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this inconsistency is this playing? I mean, whatever issues they're having, is it playing at the mind of? I know I've said it before, but I just have a feeling that it's playing at the mind of these referees. Does anyone feel the same way?
yeah, I think I've always maintained that. And I think I even said it before. You know, the way life works is sometimes you even make some decisions that you are not conscious of, but there's actually some bit of bitterness in your mind towards the person. So you are going to make some decisions based on you think you are doing a fair job, but you are actually working on the agenda that you have. So what Madrid are facing right now is the fact that referees have some sort of bitterness towards them, and so it's of course obviously going to play out. I think they need to apologize. I think they need to apologize.
Okay, I'd like to also
Yeah.
I'd like
Yeah,
to
go
also
on.
come in here. And please, what I want to say should not be misunderstood.
Standalone tweet.
If you don't understand, you can ask. I have a reason. And I have a reason for saying it because when I finish, you will understand. After the incident where Ateta said embarrassing, I think that was in Planet Plastic game about 2 seasons ago, if I'm correct. That Ateta blasted. I mean, yeah, there were some decisions that were very controversial. Now, those decisions could possibly go either way, even without any form of without that incident happening. That's without that Ateta incident happening. The referee could still give the decision. But hey, don't forget, Ajekula no Mokuleni, you know that kind of a thing. Everybody would think, oh, it's because he has said this. I think that's part of the reason why some Arsenal fans feel, oh, we are always targeted. Don't forget, 2 seasons ago, Casemiro got about 4 red cards, straight red cards. Part of those red cards was what Partey did today, and he didn't get a red card for it. So some of these things is sometimes it's just coincidence, and sometimes is those preconceived bias or bitterness, like Okwenka said. But the referee in their mind, they seem fair to them. They seem fair. But we, the viewers, can say, oh, no, he wouldn't probably give this if this was so. He wouldn't probably give this was so. Do you understand? If Madrid had not come out to say this, funny enough, the referee might still not give this same penalty, this Villarreal penalty, and some of those things. But then, because that incident had happened, of course, there's this correlation and thereabout but as a data analyst, correlation is sometimes not causation. So I think I'll just leave it at that. But you
Can
should
I
understand what I'm
speak?
saying.
Yeah,
Better.
go on.
This Madrid they are targeted. Wenga said some sort of what I don't know what the English you use for. See, let's stop that. We have said it before. There are a lot of times decisions go against us, and every club has benefited from this kind of decisions. Do you understand? So when you say one club is targeted, it's just very funny. Yes, maybe because of the things these Madrid players have done. I mean, the referees pay extra attention. But did you see what's the name of this guy? Bellingham. Do you see how he tapped this Villarreal player yesterday for it? Oh, everybody's saying, oh, it's a minimal stuff. Okay, let's
but that's the
agree.
minimal stuff that happens in every game.
Okay, let's agree. The build up to Solot's goal today against Barcelona. Do you know there was a handball?
Yeah,
The Paul's handball.
but the referee
That
said
was a
the
different
action
phase
has
of
gone.
play now.
Yeah, that had gone minutes earlier before that
It has
happened.
gone. Okay, it has gone minutes earlier. Okay,
Mhm.
but do you know how many decisions they've taken this season? Do you see this guy Rudiger holding this Villarreal player yesterday? He actually he held him. You know this kind of rough play we usually do when we're small that you hold somebody's hand that the person will be able to move. That's where he held the player.
Yeah, do you expect it? So,
But you also had a defender hold someone today in Atletico Madrid.
I was about to say that even
Yeah,
when my own defender held somebody to the this guy Inigo, I was like,
yeah.
this is rough play. So I will not come. You'll never see me on the TL saying, oh, controversial decision and some decision. It
you
has gone against me and it has helped me a lot of times. So if you are saying Madrid they are targeted this season, would you agree some teams have also been targeted sometimes? So the issue of being targeted is I'm not going to agree with you. Stop saying
okay,
that. I've
okay, please.
posted a lot
Okay,
of things
let
in
me
the group.
explain. Let me explain. Okay, so before that comment, that Madrid comment, they had not had any penalty given against them all season. So
Sure.
what are the odds that since that day, how many weeks ago, maybe about a month or about ago, and you know how many penalties that have been given against them. So what are the
Red
odds
card.
that just in that space of time that now they are beginning to pay attention to what they were not pay attention to details, and it was basically on a neutral ground? What are the odds that it's just happening normally?
Thank you. I agree. They are actually paying attention to them. I agree. No lie about that. But have you checked these penalty scenarios? Have you checked if it was actually worth a penalty? I'm a Barcelona fan. There are a lot of times.
Are you serious?
Okay, I'm telling you now. There are a lot of times that there will be a shout for penalty against Barcelona, and half of the time I'm just
They don't call boss. They don't call boss man.
no. I'm here. No, I have a
From
delivery. I have a full delivery. Hello,
yeah,
brother. Yeah.
no
So
camp.
So a lot of times, I'm just hoping they don't call those decisions against Barcelona. If you say Real Madrid they are targeted, what of the times that Real Madrid has actually gotten a favor from the referee? We actually need to stop this, please. I'm done.
I think I agree with you in that regard. Some days it works for you, some days it doesn't work for you. I don't know if Dele has anything to say, because Dele in his mind is like, but when he was Arsenal, when Arsenal was complaining, we did not take them seriously. Dele, you got anything to say?
No.
So we're going to move on to the.
I'm so surprised.
There's no one listening. No backup. Okay. Just general, review. I think we already talked about Barcelona. We didn't talk in depth. First of all, Barcelona, were you guys lucky with today's 4-2 win?
Lucky. When you say lucky, what do you mean lucky? The referee has not blown the final whistle. So where's the luck?
Were you guys lucky?
No, we're not lucky. We fought till the end and we won. Sometimes it goes our way. Sometimes it can go against us. So we're not lucky. We fought till the end, and I mean, good game, good win. 3 points, top of the league, fam.
No problem. Top of the league. Show. Are you guys happy? What happened? Are you guys good? Is Amorim, is he starting to know what's up now? Is it doing things right?
Well, the matches we won, they are matches that we expect. As bad as we are, it's expected that we should, considerably win. Yeah, so it's normal. So it's not like he's back anywhere. He's not back anywhere. Forget it. Against Arsenal, yeah, we did as normal as we used to do against the big teams. We show some kind of attitude, and yeah, of course, but it's not like we are back anywhere. If you watch our game in the first half, it's because Leicester was so useless. We're just crappy. I mean, you get. So it's not like we're back anything, please. Our next 3 matches, we will be here.
Okay.
Now, go.
Lala, sorry, before we go, I want to say something. This this Vinicius issue.
Yeah.
Is it actually? I want everybody to actually say something, because I actually like the guy. He's a top baller. But is this still racism, or is actually provoking the fans? I sent something to the group now, not the group for the pod, the general group. I sent something now. There was a dummy that was put up in Atletico Madrid before the Barcelona game. I'm just saying it now, and I'm like, what's this? Is it actually provoking the fans? Because we saw after the shootout, I actually saw the behavior of the Madrid players trying to provoke the Atletico Madrid fans. Is that rivalry, or is it? I don't understand.
So what I think is the behavior that you saw, I think is the way the Metropolitan, the stadium is set up. The Madrid fans are actually above, and below them there's actually, I don't know how true it is, but that's what I read online, and that's the way it's set up. So when they were celebrating with their fans on that end, of course, their Atletico Madrid supporters were in front of them just because their fans are at the top. If that was the setup, then it's not really a good setup. And the away fans want to cheer, they want to celebrate with their fan base now. So I don't say, but yeah, as regards Vinicius, you say what?
Like that. It's true. That's how their away stand is set up. Even Barcelona fans are like up today. If you notice the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this Vinicius issue, any single thing, any duel against the defender, any little thing is holding up their Champions League count or something, saying 15, you 0, you 1, you 2. It's really crazy.
Yeah, I think Vinicius is more interested in other things than football. Sure, come on.
Okay. I like to say that we have different kind of players. Okay, that's for me. For example, I do not like Luis Suarez. I I don't like him at all. Fantastic player, but I do not like him. And if there is anything that if there is any reason why I do not like him, it's because he is too controversial. Apart from the incident that happened with Evra, you know, generally, he's
It
just
be
too
like toasting for
controversial.
Stu that
You
time.
will not give him, you start rolling, you get exactly. God bless you. Yeah, So Vinicius, well, good player, good top player, but he is making the whole thing get to him too much. See, you are a footballer. You should do your talking on the field. When you finish, just do the fans, yeah, is me. Show the jersey and go inside the dressing room. You cannot win the fans at the end of the day because they would do things you as a professional wouldn't be able to do. You see social media and they do mad things. You as a professional wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, see, him going to the Atletico versus and say 15-5 is not a big deal. I mean, Ronaldo has done his other, you can easily do that. That's not, but generally, he literally gets into arguments, fights, everything in almost every game, and I think he has to be spoken to. I mean, see, uh, um,
Pass
don't let these, how do I put
the
it now,
fans.
Almost,
distract you
yeah.
don't let this distract you from what you are supposed to do. At the end of the day, it is your football that will talk, not any other thing. All this drama is just sideways. Let the football talk first. Then you can
But
form anything.
the football already spoke now. He got champions. He got
Uh,
Ballon d'Or shout.
No. I mean, he also deserve it. I mean, not saying Rodri does not deserve it. If he was given the Ballon d'Or, nobody will say
Mhm.
anything as well. And he won FIFA World Best, which is technically even above Ballon d'Or. Just that Ballon d'Or has more PR. FIFA World Best is above Ballon d'Or, But he's a top player, like I said. But he's becoming too controversial. Almost every game, it does that. You don't need all that. Come on, just focus on the football and win. And Real Madrid. I mean, so just focus on football and go. That's my own destiny because the fans will keep provoking him. And don't forget, it will cost the team at some point because you get into what you're not supposed to
Mhm.
get into. So that's just
Okay. So, OPK, you got something to say?
Yeah, so I was going to say, so for me, I think Vinicius is more of a very good footballer, but a terrible woman. So, what there are people that they seem to have issues with everybody, and they make it seem like, oh, it's about them and not you. There's since time immemorial, some players play in stadium whereby they are booed for the whole 90 minutes, but they keep going. You hardly see. In fact, there was a player that said most times he gets motivation when he's booed. Right. So I don't know how it's difficult for a footballer to concentrate on his football if you are not fighting with somebody, you are fighting with the fans, you are showing the badge and all of that. So I think he needs to concentrate on football and play football because I think the only reason why this issue is not making so much ground is because some people think it's actually maybe a racism agenda there or something. But hey, I think there's nothing, he's not the only black footballer. The other guys that are black and are playing football and they are not fighting week in, week out. So I think he needs to work on himself and focus on playing football. Yeah.
Okay. I think we're gonna leave it at that. But before I forget, Openka, what's going on with Maresca now?
So I'm not saying what I'm not saying a
What's
word
going
on
on
that.
with your boy?
If I speak,
Not,
I'm in trouble.
I'm sorry. I have some comments to make, but I'll wait for
Walk
the
out like
best
a
time.
teta. Walk out like a teta. Just end the
I'll
pod and walk out.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
I'll wait for the best time to address this. Thank you.
No trivia today.
There's trivia today.
I just like to say
Yeah,
something.
go on, sure.
I may log out before the trivia starts. Sorry. Okay, so for Chelsea and Arsenal game, I actually didn't watch, but I saw the lineup and I was following on Sky Sports, live score because I also had my own match where I display those things. Okay, so
Display with things.
for
Good
me,
ball.
Display
really,
with things.
you know the things now. Even though now we get big belly, we play, you know. So okay, so for me, really, uh, this current Arsenal, I mean, with the issues they have currently, they are forwards. Okay, I think they are very easy to play. Just defend and then play on the counter. But somehow, I don't know. I mean, I personally believe, just like in life generally, okay, if you have someone that is successful and is in your line of your industry, I believe you do like a form of
Yeah.
copy, and then you edit the template to suit whatever you
Yeah,
need.
yeah,
Abi,
yeah,
if I'm
yeah.
correct.
Like a
Yeah.
mentor. Yeah, yeah.
You saw Man you play this. Yeah, you saw Man you play these people just last week,
Mhm.
and there was a pattern that worked somehow, even if it's fluke, whatever. But somehow this Arsenal team couldn't create
You
so
sure want to
much.
be
Why
there?
not stick to that? And no, not even because of mine. I'm just saying you cannot see let Chelsea play with Jackson and all of that, and Arsenal have a full squad. You cannot go head to head with this Arsenal. Let's take it to the bank. See, it's just the truth. Chelsea are not there yet. Not like they don't have the materials. They are still technically
You dey
still
give
wrong.
Openyinka
But
hope.
the formation he
Cannot
used today is the same thing as what you're saying now.
You dey
With
give
James
Openyinka
playing
hope.
that place, it was blocking.
which formation? No,
Yes, maybe
no,
because you
no,
said
no,
you
no,
didn't
no,
watch
no.
the
Maybe
game.
you don't
That's why.
get it.
You see, the
Fofana
difference with
Fofana
what
I
you're
play
saying.
for
need
right back.
Hold
I
on,
No,
hold
need
on.
your Champions League
See,
predictions. Oh,
The difference
Fofana
is the difference with Man U game and the Chelsea game. The difference is just, for example, maybe Bruno Fernandes and the mistake. You are saying Man U got a draw. Yes, Man U only started playing after they scored. Before 45 minutes, we were all over.
after the what?
After Bruno.
Before that 45 minutes, how many chances did
No,
Arsenal
I'm not
even
saying
get?
relax. We didn't
Onana
create enough
wasn't
today to now. We
trouble.
did not create enough against Chelsea to now.
That's what
You
now, that's what
no,
I'm
no.
saying.
That's
See,
not what you're saying.
just
Hold on. Make I finish.
play
Hold
a low
on.
block.
Hold
Okay.
on. When you started, you said Chelsea coach should have used the same
Just
whatever
stick to
that
that
Learn
plan.
Amorim
from
Play
did.
low
Amorim.
block. Yeah.
Hold on now.
Yeah.
Learn from Amorim.
Yeah.
Last against Arsenal, you literally came to defend now. The only goal you had, the mistake was from.
What did
Hold
I
on.
say?
Let me finish first now. And that is the same thing Chelsea came to do. The only difference was it did not work because of their fast play. Maybe the ball, for me, I mean, I'm not a Chelsea fan, but I saw what the coach wanted to do. But it probably did not work because there was maybe not a player like Opama who could string one pass from that middle to the fast player he put up there. Sancho was zero. And the only way he said,
They had
okay, maybe
Enzo anyway.
you just go
And he's a
because you
good
don't
passer of
even
the
allow
ball.
me land which I want land. But I don't agree with you
They
saying,
had a good passer of the ball as well.
look, Amorim or whatever, the draw against Arsenal was all on Raya for me.
You are only triggered. Don't worry. I
What about
understand.
trigger? What you want
Because
trigger
I
me?
mentioned
We don't
no
lose the
best,
league.
no best,
You
no
know they
best,
go
no
anywhere.
best, no best.
But you now
Dele,
you're gonna make us feel
Dele,
like say
you now go
Amorim now
beat Madrid.
this is the name Maresca they learn from Amorim.
Daily, you now go beat Madrid at
The
least for in
devil
house.
does not lie now.
La.
Okay,
La. I said something when I started. When I started this, I said something. Not like my YouTube play any ball. Take it. That one is not.
Baba say Man U.
But see, they did something, and it not like they play any ball.
Bro,
So
nothing worked.
like, I'm
What
not.
happened? I'm trying to tell you. Last you draw in your house. You're comparing a away game. Chelsea away game. Chelsea drew Arsenal when we're even playing fine at their own stadium.
Sorry, what did we play in the first? What did we play in the
I
first?
beat you now.
In your stadium, because you
I
say
beat you
you
now.
say waiting.
for first leg.
Did I say show no match?
Yes, draw.
This guy they sleep. Go check him. My boss. Go check him. You are talking about FA Cup. First leg at the Emirates, me and Man U.
Yeah, actually, they beat
What
Man
one
U
is
today.
gonna
Yeah.
kill now?
I was
See this
talking
one they
about
talk.
the FA Cup. Yeah.
That one
with
whatever you
but
just
why
brought
they
up
don't
was
get corner?
irregular. You
last
cannot
week?
say Maresca to go and learn from Amorim. Who be Amorim? Because
Dele,
draw game.
you see what they keep hammering on. He's
Alaye,
triggered by that.
move on.
And I didn't mean it that
That's how
way.
you meant
Every
it.
time you
You
talk
said
about Arsenal,
Maresca
Dele,
go and learn
hold
from
on, please.
this.
No, that's not what I That's not what I
Okay.
said. Please.
That's not what you said.
You keep
Okay.
misinterpreting me,
We'll
please.
listen
That's
to
not what I
the
said.
podcast
Yeah.
again.
I've said it here
Alright.
clearly. That's not what I
Okay.
said. No, I didn't mean it that way. And that's why whenever I want to talk about Arsenal, I'm always very, very conscious of what I say because you get triggered easily by it.
Okay.
No, I don't. It's not waiting concern money and Maresca.
This
How
one not
will I
even
say
Arsenal they talk
person
about
wey
na
dey for
Chelsea.
make
You
go
they
help
blame
that thing?
Chelsea coach.
Yes,
They talk say make him
I
learn
know.
from.
Blame
Hold
waiting.
on. So
I can easily
May-
blame the coach
May
because
we
they
just
lost.
end this. May we just end this
Leave
discussion.
all these ones where they talk.
he literally came here.
You know they
Did you
blame
make
other
this
coaches
statement
if
or
they
not?
lose.
He should have learned from. Hold
That's
on.
what?
Did you make this statement that Maresca should have learned from what
statement?
worked against a team against Arsenal last week?
Simple. Yes, it's a template.
So-
Yes. Did it not work? Yes.
Worked.
Did I
The
call
same
him?
template was the same Maresca came to do today now. The only difference is Raya did not give him a silly goal.
Not a job.
You are comparing the away game. You did your home house. They defend. You say maybe person will come away.
See, imagine now the two people wey win today. Now then they Now two people will win.
Shebi na
You
because
don't,
Raya keep
you
una for
don't
that game. Na
do,
for
you
job
don't
4.
do. Imagine
He dey talk say Raya
both of you
keep.
watch there. Both of you are arguing.
Just keep this energy. You don't win today. Now keep am.
We no good. I don't kuku talk am.
No,
That
no, no,
one
no, no.
dey-
Play
dey-
sentimental. Say you no
all
good.
this one
You
wey
they
you
take
dey-
say me coach.
Wait. Did I not
they
say
learn from coach where they 14? I be 13.
Maybe end down. That's fine.
Now they call they
Please,
say they
hold
no
on.
good.
It seems Dele dey wait. Allah no
If
vex.
Maresca no
Shebi you
good,
dey
he
with
no
Dele.
good.
Dele dey
No, they
No,
smoke
compare
sometimes.
I don't go back my
Dele
house.
dey
I don't
smoke
go back my
sometimes.
house. Maybe we go trivia.
Did I not say even? I mean, not even now. When I wanted to talk about Man U initially, when you said it seems we are back, what did I say? Now fluke, no think
Baba,
we
you
no
they
back
play,
anything.
you they play safe. Now with not
Now
they
he's
talk.
saying
You literally
safe,
said
play we safe.
Maresca should learn from what worked for Amorim. Are you telling someone on the first
Yes.
position to learn
Can't he?
against someone that is because
That's a point.
No problem. He
Oh, yeah.
didn't learn. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
he has
let's
the
go.
point. Shebi, he didn't learn and he has won.
OBK,
No problem.
you did quiet since now. You don't even defend your boy. Did he try to learn from Amorim?
No, you no want talk about Maresca for now.
I don't have anything to
Reserve
say
it
about
for it.
Maresca now. Wait for the right
Now
time.
make
You wait for the right time.
Yeah.
No problem. We're gonna go straight.
when I no make champions.
We'll go straight into the trivias.
Let's go.
So maybe Openga would extend his lead. Wala Salam will catch up. We'll see. So basically, this one it should be an easy trivia. It will be the same type of questions all around. It will
Wait, let me
be.
open chat GPT.
You say what?
Let's go. Let's open chat GPT. Okay, you can go.
You only have 2 seconds anyway, and I will say it in the worst accent ever, so that your whatever you are using will not hear.
Brock.
None of them go here. So you get to tell me which player it is. I'm going to tell you the teams that they've played in, so you guess the player, right? That's the game. That's the game basically. Now the first player. I'm not the first player. For this player, these are the teams he has played in. I'm going to mention just 4 teams they have played in. Then you tell me which player it is, and it's in order, right? He played in Porto, Monaco, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. You guys
Alaba.
have
Come
to-
again, please.
He played in Porto, Monaco, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich.
Mbappe. No,
No.
Porto. No.
Jero Duguez.
He-
Jim Rodriguez.
yeah, correct. Openka got the first one.
Hey.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Already don't roll.
Make I just mute. I know they talk again.
May we share Dylan's point, I beg.
The next one is Arsenal, Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Liverpool.
Say it again.
Arsenal, Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Liverpool.
Arsenal and Liverpool. Which player is that?
All right. The answer to that is Nicolas Anelka.
I wanted to say it.
All right. For the next question, he played in Newcastle, Fulham, Manchester United, Everton.
Lukaku.
Incorrect.
Manchester
Sir?
United.
Yeah, correct. Who said sir?
Me.
Dele.
So
Oh,
they didn't
well,
go 1 point. The next person is Lazio, Man City, Roma, Inter Milan.
I can't say now.
Incorrect.
It came in for now.
Incorrect.
Lazio. Come again, please.
Lazio,
again.
Man City, Roma, Inter Milan.
Tevez.
Incorrect.
No.
Shut up, Charlie.
Man
Lazio.
City.
Inter Milan.
Sergio Aguero.
Incorrect.
No.
Magbaju or
So the answer is Alexander Kolarov.
Damn.
oh, wow.
Ogbeni, you know how old we be.
Yeah.
All these people that are pushing 40, you're not supposed to know all these ones now.
Player person don't forget.
The last one is, I think I asked this before, but let me just change it up. Is Inter Milan, Anchi, Makachalaka, Chelsea, Everton.
Eto.
Eto, correct.
Ìyá yín wèrè sí
Sure, no carry point today, but
Yeah, it's a failure like Amorim.
Oh, you don't even comment. You don't even comment. So that brings us to the end of the pod today. It was a nice discussion and smooth. So let's keep it up. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.